Alright, hey guys, here we are at the villa. I just got done shooting 3 or 4 videos. It was exhausting. But I have the 3 or 4 videos shot. Hopefully they all turn out good on the React portfolio. We're talking about wireframing, brainstorming, getting inspiration, and that's the 3 main ones that I've done so far. Oh, and the intro video, of course, to tell you what the project's about. So things are looking good. I'm pretty excited about that, just to get them done. And I have a few more comparison videos coming out. I thought I had them all uploaded, but truth be told, there's more to be seen. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that and get one out by Christmas Day. During this time of the year, it's really like a lot of people are looking into online learning. Sorry to drone off there, but it's live. What can I say? I got to get better at not sounding like an idiot. But if you guys are watching this at a later time, as I always say, be sure to leave something in the comments if you have a question, and I'll try my best to get to it right away. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Let's not talk about that. But I'm going to go ahead and log into the back end of YouTube, because I've just set up OBS, and what that means for you guys is to start streaming, even though I don't really see anything from you guys. So we'll go ahead and see live streaming. What does the description say today? Talk web development like every day? Yeah? So let's talk web development. Yesterday I was in Pocatello. I was going to go ahead and shoot all my videos there. Sad story, I left my wallet in El Segundo. That's a Tribe Called Quest song. That's not what happened. I actually left my camera gear there, which is a sad story, but it happens. I hope you all are enjoying the weekend, and if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you're enjoying that as well. I don't really celebrate too much, but I went out with my parents and we saw like a play, and with my sister and her boyfriend, who is a software engineer that uses C#, and that was fun for me anyway. So, you know, I could be working on something, but I thought I'd do a live stream video. Shame. I said yesterday that I'm working on full stack React with Steven Grider. I am doing that, but today has really just been all about getting these videos recorded. You'd be surprised at how much effort goes into recording even like a 10-minute video, and that's not even like producing the whole thing. You have to set up everything right. If you're doing it in a public space like this, you have to look like a crazy person. But it's been a great day. Let's just say that. I've been looking over some of these courses. This is actually left over from my video on gaining inspiration from different websites, so I'm not going to go into it too much. But you know, I've been getting a lot of people looking at my LinkedIn account, which is interesting. I just started putting out videos, and sometimes I'll share them on LinkedIn or Twitter, and I think that's kind of giving me some more recognition. So if you're trying to stand out, that might be a good tactic for you. I'm not looking for like a new job or anything like that, but I just thought I'd share that with you. So join Twitter today. Well, I'm going to go ahead and actually not show you my Twitter password here, so just hang out with me for a minute here while I log in and just see what's on Twitter today. I know this isn't exactly the most stimulating live stream that I've done, but I don't have anyone here, so we'll just kind of take it slow and just show you what I'm up to today, and what I'm going to be working on, or what I do rather when I'm not working on something. I'll just sometimes browse Twitter. Look at that. That's me. That's Roberto. That's my homeboy. He doesn't know it yet, but yeah, I watch him all the time. You know, it seems kind of weird, but I think at this time, it's hard for me to gain viewers, right? It's hard for me to do live streams and engage with you guys, because everyone's kind of doing their holiday thing. I typically have a lot more viewers than this, but the stream is bad. Oh, let's start over here. The stream is not bad. The bandwidth is bad and stuff. What's up, Burkay? Hey, how are you doing? I'll write you a comment. Come here to save me. I've been streaming for about 4 minutes. I'm like, no one's coming to talk to me. But basically, just telling you how my day is going, what I'm planning, and I've been shooting all the videos from my React portfolio. So we did all the wireframing, brainstorming, looking at different sites like Lenovo. I won't go into it, but I'm doing pretty good. It's just kind of a slow time during the year with Christmas going on here in the States. I don't know where you're from, but just to give some context there. What are you working on, Burke? Let's see, where are we? We're in the normal mode. Let me go ahead and switch this over. You know, I should probably look at some more React portfolios, but I'll tell you what, man, I've looked at a ton of like portfolios made with React, and they are not good. Doing awesome. Just got my on-campus part-time WordPress job in Canada as an international student here. Well, that's a good way to get started. For me, I started social media management, and I had to get into WordPress. So I did WordPress. I feel your pain. What are you using there? I just basically edited the basic things with HTML and CSS. I didn't have to do any PHP, but that kind of got my foot in the door. I wonder if I have any websites here. I probably shouldn't show them because they're not my clients. They were through a agency, so I'll actually leave them be. But yeah, I've done WordPress before, and it was a good way to get your foot in the door. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these projects. I've done this time and time again, but I don't know. I don't like the way these look. They don't look like a website. They don't look like they could drive calls to action, but to be fair, this looks a lot better than not having anything, or my current portfolio. I'm much more concerned about design, though, not just getting something out. Burke, you say, first job in Canada ever, and I'm told that I'll use HTML and CSS, WordPress and Foundation. So I'm trying to learn WordPress and Foundation right now, and you've been told. Okay, so what have you looked into, Burke? Like, what sites are you looking to learn HTML and CSS? And have you used those in the past? If you let me know, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with some resources. I don't know if I showed you this. I was probably just my face while I was talking about this site, but I don't like the way the site is laid out. But to be honest, it's better than what I have. So when I look for portfolios, they're all kind of like this. They don't have a lot of styling or a lot of depth or thought as far as design goes. So, you know, with WordPress, the best thing to do is learn how to refresh really fast and get better at design, because those are things you can use, and it's kind of hard to work with those. So, Burke, you say you'll build 2 e-commerce sites, and you're planning to get the best WordPress e-commerce course on Udemy soon. You love Udemy. Yeah, I would use Udemy too, to be honest. That's probably the best place to do that stuff. E-commerce is hard stuff, man. So starting off with WordPress, I 100% recommend that, rather than trying to do your own thing, like with Stripe. Ooh, that's something that I have to get into, and I'm getting kind of nervous. I don't want to use Stripe. So, but the show must go on. You must use it. So that's what I'll be using here pretty soon. My computer's going crazy here. I smacked this computer. I think I say this every live stream, but I smacked this computer really hard, and now it's like it cuts in and out, like the display, which sounds awful, but it's true. So it's kind of funny. Oh, I saw this guy. I think this guy's a Japanese developer, and he had a site with WordPress. So it's one of the only ones I found that was like a legitimate WordPress. So let's go ahead and take a look at his portfolio. Not bad. I mean, these menus are too far spaced out, but it still looks better than what I have right now. He has his skills. Like this is, I'm not a fan of the design here, but that's not what front-end developers have to do. But he's got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of stuff to look at, but a designer, he is not. This is like the closest portfolio that I could find with React. If you see here, he hasn't put it into production mode. It's still on. Oh no, yeah, it's still in development. So things to look out for. So Berkey says the course is named WordPress for e-commerce, build online stores. Hold on, sorry. Build online stores with WordPress, and it's rated 4.8 out of 5. Sounds good. Insane, but it's $50 now. Don't ever pay $50. Yeah, try to find a coupon for $10 or $15. You will find it. Okay. So definitely do that. Yeah, for sure, Berkey. Don't ever pay that full price if you don't have to. Which you don't have to, so don't do it. So do you have any questions for me specifically? Oh, and where are you coming in from, Berkey? What part of the world are you from? Aloha, John. Aloha to you. We're just talking about what I was wrapping up here. I keep on saying it over and over in this live stream, but I got 3 or 4 videos done on creating the React app. So the wireframing, the brainstorming, the inspiration from different websites, and I think that's it so far. And then I'll do design at home, and then we'll actually get into React. But it's exciting to get all that done. Oh, you know what, Berkey? I knew that because you said you were in Canada. I'm an idiot. Abhijit, should you learn React or Angular? Man, that's up to you. They're both great options right now. But I would choose whatever one you choose, whatever one you feel like, to be honest. I personally prefer React because some of those things are just JavaScript stuff. So learning how to use the map function or reduce and filter, those are straight up JavaScript things, not like a Angular framework where you do something or you have to learn something. So that's what I would do. But Angular's great too, and it seems like there's a ton of jobs in Angular. Up to you, man. Up to you. Oh, the other thing is with React, you can start getting into mobile web development by using React Native. I haven't used it myself, but I'm definitely getting into it for sure. So let's take a look. Let's get back here into the browser. 5 watching. Hey, thanks for coming, guys. Where were you guys last night? I'm totally joking. Kind of. I didn't have anyone show up last night, and that's all right because some of you guys watched. I was at Brew House, and that's where I was originally going to do these videos. Didn't pan out. You can see some of the videos that I've done here. What's up with this? This had 55 views. This only had 49. Granted, I did re-upload this How to Market Yourself as a Web Developer. If you haven't seen that video and you're trying to get into web development and putting yourself out there, I suggest you give it a look. It's like a 20-minute course, not a course, but rather a video that just says all the things that I've done. You know, I guess I could show you guys some of the things that I've worked with, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, and I'm going to pull out my sketchbook just to kind of give you an idea of what I've been working on for the React portfolio. Yo, it's Dylan, the hype is real here. It's not an easy way out because you are shooting yourself in the foot long term. It is not an easy way out because I don't know what that means. Coding tutorial means foot long in the foot. What do you think of becoming a WordPress developer, taking the easy way out compared to front end? Okay, you're talking to Berkey. Yeah, doing WordPress is a lot, like, you're kind of pigeonholing yourself in here, but before I get distracted, let me go ahead and get my, what is it called? Get my sketchbook. Sorry about that, guys. I think I had an aneurysm right there. I had a stroke. So these were like really hastily made, but I had to get them done for the video. So you can see some of these wireframes I made. Like, it was super like scribbly. This is gonna go into actually creating the React portfolio itself. You should totally check it out when it comes out. It took me so long to shoot those videos, like maybe like 30 minutes worth of video, but it took me like an hour and a half or 2 hours. Not hyped about that. And it's almost 1 o'clock here, so I'm gonna probably get home and do some full stack React app stuff, get out the new video, I have a video on Udemy versus lynda.com, I think. I think that's the one, and you'll have to let me know what's up with that. Wix is awaiting the coding tutorial. Says, I asked this to Dylan before. I wanted to see what you think about this, Ricky. Yeah, I think WordPress is a good way to get started if you're just getting started. If you're in college, great. Go for it. Learn HTML, CSS, and if that's what they want you to do, do it. I think it's a good thing to get started with, but don't try to specialize unless you've already learned all the foundational things. Coding tutorial says Wix is waiting on the new PC. I don't know what that means, but if you guys haven't heard, Dylan from Coding Tutorials 360 actually has a guest coming on called Dolan, and he's a Wix developer, so he can probably help you. He can probably help you out there. Dolan isn't a real thing. It was kind of like a gag. Who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll show up. John says, is Windows a good environment, or would you recommend Linux instead? Dude, all I use is Windows. That's all I use. I'm not saying it's the best environment, but it works for me. And probably the best environment is Linux if you have all that stuff down. But I love my Windows, and I ain't changing. I ain't changing until I have to, because there's just so much to learn, right? That's what my opinion is. Look at all these people here today. Appreciate it. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Just looking at my stats and stuff. Abhijit says, can you briefly explain prerequisites for learning React? Absolutely, sir. I can do that for you. First, you're going to want to know HTML. If you never learned HTML, you got to learn that. CSS, somewhat. Okay, these are really basic things. JavaScript, basic JavaScript, and ES16 or ES15 and above. It sounds kind of weird, but you have to learn ES15 and the basic stuff. You're going to want to learn a lot about arrays, about functional programming. One of the best places, actually, that I learned for React is from Tyler McGinnis. Tyler McGinnis has 2 courses that are now up to date they didn't have before. And let's take a look at these courses. I'll show you which ones they are. Modern JavaScript and React Fundamentals. If you learn those 2 together, you're going to learn ES6 with React. Great way to do it. But know your basic React stuff, or know your basic JavaScript before you get into that. Great way to do that is do algorithms and data sets, data structures, excuse me, and that'll kind of get you up to speed on that. Anyway. Anyone else have some questions? Burke says, I felt the same way. Good way to get started, especially for me as an international student in Canada, as I value Canadian job experience a lot in here, and will have more changes after I graduate now. I think you meant chances, but let me know. And Burke, when you're done with your international studies, where are you? Like, where's your home country? That can make a huge difference, too. If you plan to stay there anyway. Like, for instance, for me, my home is in Idaho. There's not a lot of React developers. I've had like one person reach out, like, hey, you know React, right? I'm like, I is the expert. I is the expert. I know all the Reacts, which is not true. But maybe for this area, I know the most React. But you gotta push through. Did that answer your question? Let me know. If you haven't noticed, it is quite quiet here, and I do appreciate the quietness. When I was filming, it was really loud, but you know, I can't complain too much about it because it's a public space, not just for me. I should check out how many people are here on the live stream, shouldn't I? Oh, by the way, everyone, I passed 2,000 subscribers. I don't know if I told you that, but I did. And super happy about that. Maybe I should make a video, maybe not. It's hard to make these videos and learn. It kind of drives me insane. I'm trying to do both. I really don't know how some of you guys do it all the time, because it's not my cup of tea. I try to batch my videos and then spread them out, but really what happens is I'll make the videos and then I'll just send them all out at once. So yeah, thanks John. Thanks, I appreciate it. I am from Istanbul, Turkey. Oh, so I don't think it'll be too hard, but I don't live there, so I don't know anything. So, government gives you 3 years of work permits to international student after they graduate. That's pretty dope. Oh, here in the States, no such thing. So you want to apply for permanent residency. I think you're going the right way. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, Dylan from Coding Tutorials 360 and I hit top 20 coding channels to watch in 2018. And it was on, I think it was Coding Phase. Let's see, Coding Phase. If you put this list out, Traversy Media one, of course. I mean, come on. Traversy Media is legit. So sometime later, if you haven't seen it, you can see all the channels to watch. I got the top 20 out of 20. Last place, still places. So yeah. Abhijit says, what backend, you know, I don't think I'm even like showing you any of these pages. Let me go back here. Top 20 coding channels to watch, 2018. All right, so Abhijit says, and what backend technology works best with React, sir? Okay, so React runs on Node, and so naturally you're going to want to learn Node, right? So I would do that. Node is great with Express. Once you learn how Express works with routes and middleware, you're on the right track. And then the database, I mean, I don't think that a lot of people are actually using like SQL is what I see. I learned MongoDB, but I don't see too many like positions for MongoDB. But that's what I learned, so I'm going to try to make some projects first with that, rather than try to learn a whole new database, even though SQL might be pretty easy. Burke says, or you can do the same thing after working in a job for 1 year, and this WordPress job will allow me to do my application way sooner. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of hard. It depends on who you are and like how you take things. With coding, like I do a lot of things all at the same time. So UX, design, video, and coding. So my skills are like super slow, like when they go up. Full stack web development. But if you really hone in, you can probably do a lot more. And it all depends on like your situation. For me at work, I have to do everything from design to implementation, right? So that's why I study UX and front end and back end development as well, because it actually works out better for me, even though I learn a lot slower. But if you don't have to, just do what you need to do to get the job done, really. Dude, I tell you, like trying to keep track of all these cameras is freaking hard. I used to have the, there we go. I don't use this camera anymore. I don't have it like on a shortcut key, so it's a nightmare. I need to get this stuff fixed, right? Okay, let's see. Burke says, I would obviously prefer to get an entry-level front-end job. No, man, you prefer to get a senior-level job. But yeah, good to be realistic. But this way, the job is related to web development in my college, right? Where I live at the moment, right? Sometimes, you know, it's like me. Like I had to take what I could get, so I had to do the social media with WordPress. Take what I could get. You know, it was an area of 50,000 people, ain't happening. Same place here, area of 50,000 people. What? Are you also an engineer, Ricky? No. I mean, well, it depends. People sometimes say front-end web developer, front-end engineer. I just get the stuff done. I go by web developer, but I just use whatever I need to get the job done. And sometimes that's Photoshop, sometimes that's a DSLR camera. So if I need something to put in there, like say like a picture or something, I'll take the picture myself sometimes, and we'll put it in there, and that turns out 10 times better than any stock photos you could find. And it can move leads, it can move sales, and I've seen it myself, right? It's not just anecdotal evidence anymore, or yeah, I think that's the right thing. I'm actually looking and seeing the real changes there, which is incredible. So I focus really heavily on design because it makes a huge difference, and I've seen it. Sorry to kind of go about that in a roundabout way, but no, I'm not an engineer. At least I don't think I am, which probably means I'm not. So, but don't get me wrong though. I study algorithms and data sets and you know, like palindromes or anagrams. If you don't know what that means, neither do I off the top of my head. It's taking strings and making sure they equal or they use the same amount of letters. There are a few courses for that. I've showed them before, but you know, what the heck? While we're on this live stream, why don't I just share it with you, huh? I'll pull up Udemy here. Apologize about the wait. Geez, it sounds like I'm back serving food or talking customer service. Apologize about the wait, sir. One moment. I will connect you momentarily. All right, let's see. All right. So, some great courses to work on algorithms are the coding interview boot camp with Stephen Greider. It's like 12.5 hours. It's going to take you longer than that for sure. That's just how many hours of content. And then learning algorithms from scratch and learning data structures from scratch. Good stuff to get into. David, what's up, man? Hi, Ricky. Just wanted to ask, have you used CSS Grid in any of your websites? And if so, what did you think of it? David, I have not. I have not used any CSS Grid. And the reason why is, if we go to Can I Sue is a website, I'm sure. If we look at CSS Grid and how it's been adopted so far, any day now, yeah. Globally, it's only had 76.92%. So that's not good. What I'll use instead is Flexbox, which has an adoption rate of globally prefixed 97.72%. So I'd rather use Flexbox than CSS Grid. Does that answer your question, David? Is this a different David? I have another David that talks. So if this is your first time commenting, thanks. Thanks for commenting. I'll comment myself. You know, this is turning out to be a good live stream. I like this. I haven't had a good one like this in quite a while. So thanks for coming by, guys, on the day before Christmas too. Let's see. Any other questions so far? Any other questions about like the video projection stuff? I'm always worried, not worried, but trying to improve that. So I bumped up the audio. I used what's called, what is it called? I can't remember now, but I didn't use normalized. I used a different technique, and it didn't sound very good. Merry Christmas, John. So I'm gonna go back to normalizing, but bumping up that volume a little more, trying to figure out that for myself. Merry Christmas, Abhijit, everyone that celebrates Christmas, and Hanukkah, and well, I don't know, I think Hanukkah's passed, but you can see how cultured I am. I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna not show you this. This is part of the getting information on, or getting inspiration for my React stuff, so let's take that away. You'll have to wait for a while before you see that. What type of videos are you guys looking into? What videos have you seen from me that you've liked so far? Newer videos. Let me know in the comments so I can make sure to make more content like that. It seems like I've had great success with the Versus series, because I haven't seen a lot of people doing that, even though there have been people there, and I want to do some more content like that. I have like 2 or 3 more videos, but I really need to hear from you guys to know what you guys are looking into. Burke says, how many other this study site versus this study site videos are coming out on the top of Google searches? I don't know. I know I have some that come through Google search, but like the Versus, those are kind of pretty new, like a week or 2 weeks old. And I have 2 more videos coming out too, so check that out for sure. But I know that Michael's done some. I can't remember his name, but I know what they look like. And that's how I got started. So it's nice to see that it's kind of helped me with my subscriptions. Granted, Coding Phases videos, a video on top channels to watch in 2018 has probably helped out a ton too. But for the longest time, my subscribers were just like flat because I didn't put any content out because I'm trying to learn. So yeah, I appreciate it. I need my coffee, my cold coffee. It's kind of nice that it's really quiet here because a while ago it was not, and I was a crazy person talking to a whole bunch of cameras. It looked pretty legit, and it was lit. Hey Robert, Merry Christmas to you. What do you guys plan to do during Christmas? Me, I'm gonna sit my ass down in front of my home PC and code it out because I really want to get this portfolio project done. I really want to get my course on full stack web development with React with Stephen Grider, as well as what was the other one? React Native started. Abhijit, you say web developer jobs safe considering the future? I don't know, man. All I know is that what's worked out for me the most is doing web development. But just like any job, but especially with web development, you have to be more proactive in putting yourself out there. So maybe. Is it more secure than other jobs? Maybe, but it's really how much you put into it, how much you study. However, I will say this. This is one of the few areas where you can study, self-study, and really boost your marketability. So I couldn't do that in my banking job. I just had to kind of hold on and pray that the higher-ups would push me up. So take that for what it's worth. Burke says, versus web designer jobs and WordPress jobs. Oh, you want to do like a video, web designers versus WordPress? I would say web designer. It seems more versatile to me, and it's, you know, if you do web design, you can move into UX or UI easier than say WordPress job, WordPresser. I don't know, WordPress developer. Robert says, I'm doing the same, nothing but code. Nothing but code. Hell yeah. Burke says, if I may add to that question, yeah, of course, man. Add to the comments. Comments help me out a ton on these videos. It helps my channel out, so feel free to comment. Oh, look. Oh, wait. Yeah, look at that comment. See? Okay. So let me go ahead and see how many people here that are on the live stream. This is a pretty long live stream for me. What, 30 minutes or so? And we can keep on going for a little while. I have a little bit of battery life left, but I really need to get my day started. Well, I've started my day, but the rest of my day coding. In Stephen Grider's course, he does authentication through Google, which is sweet. I would totally check that out if I were you. 7 watching, not bad. Half hour. Feel free to comment. Wow, I did not think that one out. Feel free to comment. Noob is noob. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Oh, that's just me. I was like, who commented? Well, the comments are kind of winding down here. If you guys don't have anything to... Oh, let's see. Robert Wild. You still... Robert? That video is coming out either today or tomorrow. And I will answer your question about Udacity. Not today. But I do have something for you. Burke says, I got to get my day started and learn Microsoft SQL. Hey, don't worry. That looks pretty quote-unquote easy compared to some of the other stuff. To pass my final test after New Year. Oh, boy. Dude, don't worry about it. SQL's pretty dope. Robert says, sweet. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Where's the camera? I can't tell. Let's see, what does Ajit say? Thanks for answering, helped me a lot. Hey, I appreciate it. I mean, you're welcome, Ajit. I'm losing my brain here, trying to think of the right things to say. Anyone else have any questions? If there's no questions, I'll go get my day started. But if you have questions, I'll hang out, you know. That's really what the live stream is about, is communicating back and forth, answering questions, talking about web development. It's kind of hard to just talk to myself, although I've done it a few times. The live Q&As are really about you guys. That's why I do it. Oh, I think I already asked, though. I think, like, what do you guys think of the production? I ask that, like, every time, but if you haven't given your 2 cents, if you don't like it, let me know. If you do like it, let me know. If you're like, hey, you should change this, let me know. I'm always about trying to get better at video production. The next big thing I want to buy are some better lights. And getting better at lighting. Because I really want to take this YouTube channel up a notch this year. This coffee is ice cold. That's how long I've been here. Burke says, yeah, I kind of enjoy the simplicity of SQL. A lot, to be honest, and a bit pumped to finish the Udemy course about it, but hustling on holidays is a bad part. But oh well. Hey man, Burke, if you're young and you have school going on and you can afford to take it off, feel free. I'm almost 30 and I really want to make myself marketable, and I really want to get all this stuff, like, quote unquote, done. Not done, you're always learning, but you know, the hard part of learning and then producing everything as soon as possible. But if you don't have to, or you don't want to, and you have the time, feel free. I have a job, and that's fine, but you want to keep yourself employed, right? You want to keep on learning, because each project they give me is bigger than the last one. David, hey buddy, what do you suggest to put on your portfolio as a new web designer? Let's see. As many of their best courses are said. Hold on, I'm coming. Let me sort this out, guys. Any good alternative for Udemy? Dude, Pluralsight. Pluralsight is a good way to get your feet wet with everything, and they have a lot of highly skilled instructors on there. Lynda.com is another one, but Treehouse is also great for beginners. Treehouse, Lynda.com, Udemy, and Pluralsight, and I have a video that just came out on that, on Treehouse versus Pluralsight, and Pluralsight versus Udemy and Treehouse. So Abhijit, take a look at that. David says, hey buddy, what would you suggest you put on your portfolio as a new web designer? David, try to give me a little more information. Are you talking about me specifically, or you as a web designer? And while we think about that, you know, just in general, you want to put on your portfolio the types of jobs that you want to attract. And sometimes if you just have a little bit of stuff on there, that's what you got to put, right? But try to think about the types of jobs that you want, and then channel your stuff there. If you give me some more information, though, David, I can give you a more specific answer on that. Also, guys, this year, this coming into the new year, I'm going to switch from, hey, I'm learning this, to let's build this, let's do that. I'm really excited about that, because I feel like that's all I've been doing is learning without a ton of produced pieces this year. So switching over to that and being able to do more tutorials or more development types of things is exciting to me, and I'll probably get some more traffic out of it as a bonus. Hit me up with those questions, guys. Otherwise, it'll just be me here looking at my computer screen quietly. Oh, you know what I should ask? You know what I should ask you guys? Is what's your favorite type of content that you've seen on this channel? Do you prefer like the vlogs, the comparison videos, the reviews, or live streams? Or something else that I'm not thinking about? Oh, night, Abhijit. Thanks for tuning in all the way across the world. John likes the vlogs. I like the vlogs too, because they're easy. They're easy to do. I don't have to like think about like the lesson plan or anything like that. Like how to develop yourself, or how to market yourself as a web developer was crazy. Thanks, Abhijit. We'll have to look into some more of those things. Comparison videos versus series. HTML versus CSS. No, those two go together, but you get the idea. Review comparisons. Seems like a lot of people like the comparisons. Vlogs. The vlogs are easy for me because it's just like, this is what I did. Take a look at it. I don't have to think about things, like I was saying, like how to market yourself as a web developer. That one took more time, but I repurposed it from a meetup that I'm going to do. So I'll do a live meetup. Maybe I'll live stream that too if they'll let me, on how to market yourself as a web developer. That was pretty fun, because I've done some training videos with that type of setup. I need some more experience, but that comes, you know. And I'm ready to do that with coding. With my video production, it's like, well, these are the skills I have. Let's just crank out a bunch of stuff. It's time to do that with web development too. It's just, web development is a huge beast. Alright guys, well I think that is enough for today. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll stay for about another minute here and then head on out, unless you guys have any other questions. Gotta go. Yeah, see you, Burke. Thanks for appreciate your questions. Thanks for commenting. I'll go ahead and leave you a comment. There we go. Get those questions in there. Hey, see you, John. Thanks for coming by. Alright, guys. Thanks for coming. Talk to you. Where's the camera? Talk to you next time. Again, if you're watching this at a later time, leave a comment below if you need something answered, and I'll do my best. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.